Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
That you fight over, but instead they just gonna kind of let it go.
Yeah, so this is the unfortunate buy. Cuz.
Okay, we're going very deep for this one. Cuz in a lot of trouble, and down he will go. Corky, Vikla picks up first blood. Very nicely set up there by Raptor.
That's a trade up, because KT got 1/3 of the fee. BFX got a full one, and yeah, Cuz thinking he could get away there, but obviously Raptor taking a very deep journey is going to pay with his life for those Raptors.
Word.
Which,
he is Raptor, so obviously he gets bonus gold from the Raptors. Kind of goes without saying. Now this is actually very annoying. It's buying a lot of time. BDD's missing XP and gold and mid and stuff like that. He's still gonna die, but
going to be something that is going to win or lose you the game, as we do have Raptor on a big flank here. Corky on the way as well.
Hey, he's just ulting the whole team here on the bottom side. We got teleports coming in as well. The Zyra ult is huge value, but Cuz is getting burned to a crisp. Down he goes as Kellen will pick up that kill, but he is going to pay for it. Raptor in a lot of trouble as well. Perfect, and BDD going so deep for it, and clears ult. Basically does nothing, but now Vikla on the flank, on the top side, doing a bunch of damage, but he's in an early game Corky with just a tear and a face. He doesn't really do that much damage, and so just kind of a cheerleader as Diablo getting knocked up here, has to use his ult, and that is just Yone in a nutshell. Yeah, it does feel pretty nice. Now BFX at least are going to try to get one grub. So that doesn't feel great, and Cuz should be able to at least, well, I say that, here comes Raptor and Kellen. That's a big ult from Kellen. They're just really abusing the lack of mobility on the Zyra now, but a bunch of damage coming out from Duckdom. They're taking a 3v4 right now as the rest of BFX is on the run. They get the kill onto Clear, and Raptor in a bit of trouble as well. Now finally we're gonna get the TP from Corky, but again, what is Corky going to do here? He doesn't do any damage right now, and they might just look to turn on him as well. Vikla, he's got his flash, he flashes directly back into them and just dies. What am I watching, Chronicler?
I don't have it. And you're playing a longer fight, like especially these skirmishes where you get multiple rotations of. Braum Ashe Yone is so strong. Like the amount of CC, the amount of sustain, the amount of
bombs there. So it does feel like Cuz is definitely calling a bit for the team, which you would expect. As Arrow coming on in, Raptor not able to avoid it, and the CC chain is just so obnoxious. He's got a lot of health, but not a lot of resistances, as down he will go. And that's going to be the end of Raptor once again.
And the biggest difference,
that Wei said in his interview was, I've got a bunch of Hyungs, which is basically just older brothers in Korean, and I'm just going to piggyback. I'm just going to ride the bus a bit, and that's fine. He's doing a great job as Raptor in a bit of trouble here. There's the knockup from Wei, speaking of which, and Raptor will go down. How do you play this game as Maokai? You throw out your ult and you're stunned anyway, and you just die.
Objectives, and we talk a lot about defeats, as we should. KT still got 5 grubs. Like, that buff isn't going anywhere. They're still getting a ton of value.
Oh,
come on. Wait.
It was still a sick arrow.
I thought he was. And having a Maokai ult and Heartsteel felt relatively safe. Unfortunately, not going to be the case.
Alright, here we go. Nice block on the ult. BDD may be in trouble, but he is surviving for so long. The flash is so good, as even an equalizer used on a BDD. They finally take him down. Vikla gonna get that shutdown. But what is the rest of this fight gonna look like? It's not looking half bad for KT, but we've got Diablo now. Look at that go in there once, Duckdom, and he will take him out as he went super deep for it though, and he will be traded back. Perfect is tanking for about 1,000,000 years as well on top of the Rift Herald, and he will, in the extended fight, beat out Clear and the rest of the team, and that's another. Kellen stuck around to try to save Vikla, who was 100% dead. He also died for no reason. And they both died. And then Perfect was still alive. He got a 3rd kill. Or a 3rd, assist at least. As we are going to have this turret go down. So BFX at least get that. As Cuz looks to send the Rift Herald potentially into mid here. There it goes. And Diablo taking a ton of damage, actually, as we speak. Meanwhile, Perfect up to 2 levels right now on Clear. He's got his dominance rolling. And he is so deep in their jungle, he just doesn't care as that, smite it away. Wei gonna have to pop out of there. That
Force
was
a 5v5 maybe, and yeah, looks like the trigger is being pulled. They got to do something, and it wouldn't be BNK if they didn't try to hard force the play.
All right, well, that's a Leona Solar Flare right on top of Duckdom. Perfect. Kind of an awkward spot for him, actually, as now has to pop the Dominus, goes over the wall. He's kind of out of the fight. He does have TP, but the rest of the team is getting caught as we speak. Duckdom's got to be careful. He uses both summoners and gets out, but now we got the Maokai ultimate. BDD trying to peel just to get them away. Definitely a dicey situation.
Soul point for Otacon. I think they're going to be feeling good, but it takes a while to take down his objective. They're instead setting up the trap, which I like a lot more, but there's the Hulk shot, which foils their plan, Valdez.
I mean, there's really not much you can do. As you mentioned, you know, it's just such a huge health bar. Like, you can't rush this thing. Not when KT's around. You just don't really have a choice. And your lane objective, right? So, KT just doing the old-fashioned way. And looking for clear here. Might be in a bit of trouble. Dominus popped as slowly but surely. Big equalizer, but Perfect doesn't really care with that maw. Has to flash away, but he will be taken down. Has to flash away from that really strong turret, but Perfect with the solo kill. Might be taken out here, but that means immediately... Oh, he's trying to TP away, and he will get away! Actually, there you go! Not able to be interrupted either.
And Jonas Strong gives us what we wanted, Valdez. There is the follow. Raptor can't get into the pit. That's the objective gone. And everything goes KT's way. They win the objective. Perfect gets out with the solo bolo. And it's BNK in shambles.
Okay,
this is
a very interesting play. They're going to take out Duckdom. And again, takeout is in quotes because he's going to res back at the camp. As now trying to get back into this one. And KT just going to force it with their reses here, going as deep as they possibly can for as many kills as possible. At the end of the day, though, I mean, they only get one. So not really the best usage, I would say, of the Voracious Otacon dive sequence that we always seem to see. It feels like BFX, honestly, handled it not so bad for being dealt a really bad hand. Okay, Diablo is just going crazy, though. That's not worth it, and the flash is definitely not worth it either. So, yeah. I don't know about that one.
Trade your life for Ash there. Might be worth, if you keep your sums, it definitely feels a lot better. And now KT, no AD carry on the enemy team, starting up Nash. And looks like they will be able to get it without too much of an itch. Can they get out, though?
Yeah, I don't think so. You know, they're trying to force this one 4v5. If they had Kai'Sa, you know, maybe you get something going in a 5v5. Maybe you can prevent the Baron. Perfect goes in and gets so much health back. And he's trying to take out Vikla. And he almost does as the Assassin Braum gets in. Way gonna take him down. And that's gonna keep clear around as well. No escaping that as Baron is taken for KT. And you gotta think that the Hex Tech Soul is...
BNK, we've reached the point of the game where they're just trying... Oh, God. Oh, no, the crocodile. He's waiting.
Oh, no.
He's waiting.
Oh, Raptor. Oh, I feel so bad for this guy. He is going to use his twisted advance and advance to his death. He's trying his best, but his best is not good enough. And a big equalizer. Clear's going to up those damage numbers, but I'm sorry, that doesn't win you very many games. Flash of Volley comes in from Duckdom after the Q lands from Wei. And that might just do it. I mean, KT, we got Perfect. He's in the base. He's just in their face and not allowing them to do anything. Hextech Soul KT looking to put an end to the slaughter.
You know, there's been videos of crocodiles putting their arms up, acting out like they're...
Okay, Kellen, just trying to make a play. They're going to get Cuz, I guess, as the ult is going to knock them up. A decent equalizer as well. Now it's 4v5. Very awkward fight here for KT, but does it matter is the question. And I think the answer will be answered very, very quickly as BNK just trying to run away here. Oh, nice shield there, clear. Barely able to survive for a second longer. Raptor is up next. And now KT will put them out of their misery. Took them a little bit of extra time. They wanted to take the Hex case. They wanted to be a bit cleaner with it. Instead, they get caught and they win the fight anyway, and the game is over. 6-0 and 10 is Perfect. 8-1 and 6 is BDD. It is a very clean game here from the side of KT to take down game number 1 of this best of 3.
Versus composition that I think has strong champions, but doesn't really feel like it gels together in quite the same way.
100%. Maybe you put on a bit more pressure in your pop, you've got Hex Flash. But just playing it calm, you know, they don't know exactly where the rel is this matchup, as I said, I feel like this is pretty good for Perfect. He's going for the kill, but he's gonna die anyway! Instead, as Diablo takes him down.
A really big risk there does not end up paying off. And BNK looking better here early on.
And just gonna dash over the rocks there, but Vikla stunned in the field. He will commit to the flash, but the Victor could chase down. Gonna tank the turret even. Flashes away, but he's so low as Raptor, desperate. He wants the kill and he will trade it back. As Wade just kinda saw.
And another reminder of how scary the turrets are. So we take another look here. See lethal tempo slowly being... He still tanks the Q and he still wins it. That's crazy.
Gosh. I'm the good one.
Because Vikla
definitely feels pretty fun for them. I mean, you've got your Cassante unlocked up on the top side now. Perfect gonna go up to there. KT will be able to take down this Hextech Drake at least. So that's the one kind of consolation prize they get this time. No Hextech Soul in the second game, and no Infernal Soul either. As
still doing solid in terms of experience, and it is the type of game where both Cuz and Wei are going to have a much less fun time as in they go.
Oh boy, level 6 Wukong comes in and BDD doesn't have flash. He's in a lot of trouble, but actually just kind of walks it off as Raptor flashes in, does chew through the shields and gets down the Victor, but Cuz might be able to at least punish this one. Is going to dash back over the rock so it doesn't stun as the clone fooling him a little bit. And now we got Kellen coming in as well. Wei picks up a kill, but this is just a disaster for KT. BNK looking for more as Wei will just flash over the wall.
Big wins there for BNK. Not only do they take down BDD, BDD. He just TP'd back, everyone. You might not see it from his health bar, but...
We also had a trade in the bottom lane.
We said before, would anything be more KT as to somehow take the L in this series, I say, with caution, because we're not close to it happening yet, but there are some worrying signs, Valdez.
It is, it's difficult to take the KT out of KT. You can never do it. And here's Clear on the TP flank. We've also got the Wukong ult. Only hits Duck Dom. He's totally fine. Wei also walking it off. He finally goes down, but now we got the Zeri. And the Zeri moment beginning to brew here. He's looking for Perfect. He wants Cuz as well. He says, give me all the kills. I'll take them down. BDD just chasing. He's had a wild game so far.
He's flashing, Valdez. That's a triple.
Yeah, he's going to get the triple, and BDD is just dead. I mean, maybe he gets Raptor here, who's doing the Krug.
Okay. I've seen Dunden lose those. Let's be careful there. Grump does get respected.
BDD's dead as well. That's 4 kills to the side of BNK, and they're getting more grubs. So now this is becoming more than just watching at home. Surely, I'm sure you can certify it for us officially. But yeah, there should be an Infernal Drake going over the way of KT. So they take that down. That's the one thing that KT has is some Drakes, and it's a Mountain Soul here, which I feel like is going to be useful regardless. BDD, he's just playing Dying Simulator. He's playing yesterday like Fiesta. He's going to get knocked into the rocks as well, and that'll be his 4th death as now Wei, trying to make it up for him, will once again get the kill. So that's 2 kills now for Wei.
Yeah, that's... You can't really give up Mountain Drakes, but this is going to be defeats secured here for BNK. And if they end up picking up a couple of...
It played more often than just normal days, but yeah, from a losing position, it just feels like you're not doing anything. So yeah, that's gonna go off, but that is Cassante, so I don't know if you can kill him. Wei's ult is gonna go totally wide, and now he is kidnapped by the Cassante. Does get away, Cuz no escape for him, as he's trying to walk it off actually, but Clear just gets in there. It's a total mess of a fight, and it's going all the way up BNK. They're absolutely shredding KT here. the weirdest fight maybe I've seen today. And BNK, that's just their comfort zone.
Diablo?
This guy is a maniac.
He's crazy!
What is going on? He's, oh, he's not even gonna get the kill.
Oh, he doesn't have flash just a couple of seconds off. But he would have gotten that!
I don't even recall him playing like this in Challenger League. Like, we used to cast them all the time.
No, I did.
Losing the game.
You know,
They'll lose before that.
I don't think we're gonna reach a point.
Yeah.
We also have some defensive itemization outside of Clear Vikla also, which I am not the biggest fan of going both Mercs and Archangels because you actually don't
Decent to the first game we had, actually, where KT were ahead, but it was like a little bit more of a
it was
touch
a bit
and go.
More, yeah, it was a bit more subtle, and it was mostly game state as opposed to just being, what, like 7K multiple item finishes ahead.
Yeah.
They're going to look as I think they should, but look at Raptor.
Yep, here comes Raptor. There is the wombo combo into the back line. Nice poppy ult, actually. Wade trying his hardest. And the TP from BDD, I do not know about that one. Actually, I do. He's dead and not going to do anything, and neither does Tank Jace, as he will go down. BNK, they don't get the Otacon, but they don't need the Otacon.
He's just flashing into like 3 people again. He doesn't care. Oh, man. BNK going to get Otacon. And they were already
The game
aggressive.
and then come mid game, you have a really big impact in your team fights.
All right, here we go. We're pressing our buttons, and Duckdom doesn't have flash, so he's dead. And down he will go. Again, voracious Otacon. We are diving as far as we possibly can. Raptor, he is unleashed, and we will knock up everybody in that back line. They're only going to get Cuz, and nobody's dying. They're so far ahead that they didn't even need Otacon. Honestly, just keep pushing. Why not? Boo! Boo!
Come on, BNK! Oh, there we go. Okay, they're going for him. I retract my boos.
No. Wait. Okay, so Diablo just...
It's fine.
All right. So they're just going to stick around. They don't really care. They're not going to play safe at all. They're actually maybe going to get more kills here. Looking for Wei. Kellen's like, hey, I'll do it. You can't stop me. He's emoting them. Okay. I think Clear wins this.
Well, I think for Claire, we're getting pretty
Did
close.
you see the damage from the Jace?
He might want to go down. Like his buff is about to time out. Just die. It's fine.
No, he's just gonna survive.
Okay. Ooh, that was tight.
Never mind, yeah.
I don't know how many seconds he had left on that buff. I mean, now it's, you know, there's too.
He was dragging them.
He's going back
into position to kill them. And I think BDD might just get away. But it was funny anyway. I think that Clear, he's going to pretend like he still has the buff, and he's going to continue to run at them and say, okay, guys, come on, the game's over. Come on, just FF, it's over. Go next. We are ready. The casters are ready. The teams are ready. KT, they're not going to go down without a fight, though. That's a lot of damage on a Kellen, and those turrets, you can't just quite tank them as much. Here comes Diablo, unleashed again, and that's 1,000 gold. He just dies, Giga Chad.
Wait.
KT gonna just get 1,000 gold on Duckdom, and perfect.
And crucially, he takes aggro. So if anyone else has aggro, like that play works out fine. But now they get a triple on Duckdom. They got the soul as this still. It's kind of heartbreaking that Duckdom got a triple and he still doesn't have a third item, whereas Diablo is sitting on.
He also got 1,000 gold shutdown.
Yeah, no, I know. And Diablo's sitting on a lot.
So KT, I mean, they're just trying to stop this Baron from going down, as that is a big combo. But that front line is very tanky. But as you mentioned, Chronicler, they just don't have any damage. They still don't have any damage. Here comes Vikla. He is going so incredibly deep for this one with the wall. And he is going to trap Cuz, as that will go BDD. We've got Cuz in a bad spot here, too. And finally, Diablo, he is going to find his moments to actually make the right call and dive as far as he possibly can. The game is now over. It was, in fact, uncursable. And we will be moving on to Game 3 in the series between BNK and KT, to the surprise of nobody.
What a game. Smell this. Is down. That is going to be very tough to play out. The obvious downside of this is that the composition for BNK is very shortly. As this wave comes through, this contest is obviously not really going to be a thing. Most likely Raptor is just going to use the Prior that clears on top to trade for the grubs. And BD, yeah, he had Faded Ashes as well.
For it, you know, you're like, please fight over this objective.
Kellen's level 5 though. I think he really needs to hit 6 if they want to go aggressive here. There you go.
Got
of mid.
Just standing in mid, getting it. And I think, you know, one grub will go the way of KT here, but Raptor gets on in. There's that engage on a BDD, but he just flashes it. And now we've got Cuz in a rough spot. He's going to have to flash away. In goes Vikla just to die immediately. Way too over-aggressive.
TP
and
coming
KT
in.
Say, okay, that's fine. As they're looking to play front to back here, Kellen getting low, but in goes clear, and he's Ambessa. He's in there with all of them as the Jarvan traps everybody in this one. Oh, the polymorph is huge on a clear, actually. Will prevent BDD from going down. Pretty dicey situation. Perfect thinking about a bit more. And at the end of the day, you can see that Diablo, you know, he's at least able to chip away at Perfect, but Aya, so he's got at least the Feather Swarm to survive a bit longer. Especially when you're going up against Jarvan, you really need that flash, as you mentioned earlier on. KT trying to burst down the dragon. You see that clear is here, but he does not have smite, so I think you just smite it and try to get away. That's really the question. As Yell comes over the wall, clear continuing in on this one, but KT just don't really want too much of this at all. They say, okay, we got the objective, we get out. Cool ult, but we've had enough. Raptor, though, should be able to stop some backs and be increasingly annoying. Kellen here as well.
Meanwhile, in mid, Diablo's, I'm seeing on the minute going in
Diablo.
too. We'll see how that ends up going. Looks like he is fine. Definitely showing some of his... And that was a big mistake there about BNK because they got the one...
Yep, chopping away at this one.
Thank you, Jarvan Standard, for giving us attack speed.
Yep.
Is BNK. Looks like they got a good chunk of damage on already. Vikla is in a flank position, level 2 on the ultimate. This could be good for BNK, but KT aren't afraid.
Duckdom has to flash away from the Ambessa as now Wei has to flash over to his AD carry, just trying to fight front to back, but it's painful as Yell comes in on a Kellen. Nobody does anything to Kellen after that ult hits him. So very messy fighting. Re-engage comes in, and now we got the follow-up here, the aggressive ult, but immediately Diablo will be punished for that. Perfect takes him out, as it is a 2-for-2 so far. Vikla trying to get back in, trying to get out now actually, as Cuz looking for the chase, and he will have the freeze. That's a double kill for BDD, and it will be KT barely getting across the line.
And Diablo does go for another aggressive ult. This is a win, but BNK with those Hellbars must have known that they were taking a risk. And instead, a huge win for KT as they get their Herald and win the fight.
Yeah, we were reminded by Gaihan that in his interview, Diablo, he said, you know, high risk, high reward is my play style.
Yep.
Very much high risk, not much reward that time around, but, you know, he's had a lot of big rewards so far in the series.
I was about to say, I would imagine that KT is going to contest it. They did invest a teleport, though. We'll see. This is a moment where BNK can either try and really get a foothold in this game, as we're going aggressive on Duckdom here.
Okay. Kellen, he pressed his R button for some reason, so did Clear.
Well, they got Drake.
I'm sure they have their own reasons. I just don't know what they are, but...
We're not meant to know anything, though. That's possible catching them off guard, and then they were very much on guard. Didn't really work out. Because Vikla, this Akali needs to have an impact in this game, even if it's just a single kill onto Duckdom, because otherwise this pick doesn't do anything. Right? He has one job, which is threaten north of... Even if you do catch Duckdom, it's going to be tough. And KT, even though the gold looks even, I think are quite favored from this point on. The game isn't won by any means, and a catch like this might be Perfect's undoing.
Just going to try to flash it, but can he flash the Akali? He can't. He doesn't have it anymore. He's not getting any help from his team. No TP's coming in. This is a 2-on-1. Perfect. Just trying to hop around a bunch, but you're not getting away from these two, so Just trying to waste as much time as possible.
Oh, Raptor.
Here's the flank, not in range.
That was close. And what could have been, if they actually get the flash from Duckdown there, maybe a setup for Otacon ends up just being a kill. It's nice, but not really going to be the turnaround. Although that is Shadow Flame now done for Vikla, so that is a big spike that was found.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good chunk. SteRx is done though here for Raptor, and he also has Sundered, so a couple of autos will get him into fighting shape. Vikla will get spotted by the wave here. Is this the opportunity we're waiting for? Clear is there as well.
I mean, there's just massive flanks from both sides. The redemption. Found it! But the ult comes in. Duckdown and the engage from Diablo as well. But Duckdown is alive. They don't take him out. And now the Jinx. Oh, the combo does come in, but it's a little bit too little too late from the side of Raptor. And now Clear is getting run down. We've got Vikla as well, kind of hidden in the jungle. And KT just thinking, okay, do we just continue to chase the Ambessa, or do we just take Vikla down? Kind of a funky spot, but this should be some objectives here for the side of KT. They will take down this Cloud Drake at least. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're just way too fed at this point in time. Like
they should be.
There's just so many carries, so much scaling. We're 26 minutes into the game. Cuz is just gonna catch Raptor as the damage comes in. Duckdown gonna take him down. Vikla's totally alone. He's just gonna be cleaned up. It's free. It's just free food for KT. And I mean, what are you gonna do against BDD as well? His positioning has been 10 out of 10 perfect in this game. It's one of the things you got to know about Azir. It's not always about the flashy plays. He's just right on top of Duckdown the entire time. Cuz sets up the first kill. He's ready for Vikla on the flank. It was kind of a sad flank from Vikla, but either way, it's just perfect for KT.
No, perfect's the top laner. As Otacon is going to take
on KT.
Yeah, KT should just be cruising towards the expected victory in a bit more strenuous manner than maybe was expected, but they are KT, so are you really ever surprised?
No.
No, you're not.
I mean, I really thought that KT would be able to beat themselves by 2-0ing BNK today. That was my official prediction, but yeah, they lost game 2 somehow. And now we're back to the regular scheduled programming. It is KT beating them over the head with their gigantic wallets and just looking to push the bottom lane. They got the Otacon, they got the Baron. And that is a deadly combo because you've got all this pushing power, which just makes diving that much easier, right? So that's exactly what they're going to look to do. They're looking for Raptor. They do get onto BDD, but immediately the Lulu ult comes in, and BDD finds a bit of an ult. Kind of wonky, actually. Looking pretty good for BNK. Perfect is so tanky and so fed at this point in time. Not the greatest fight here for KT, though. Duckdown is going to get excited. He's got a couple of kills. The Penta angle is alive and well, but everybody just going to spread out and avoid him to deny it, and he's still got the Otacon buff.
Yeah, they got fresh teleports coming in. They're not afraid. BDD has rejoined the fray, and KT about to take the 2-0 here, Valdez. I know the Nexus hasn't fallen yet, but as long as Duckdown is standing...
Delayed Penta?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, no. Right.
The soldier just bonks Akali over the head. That's the end of that one. Another double kill for BDD. And that'll be 2 games, 1 here in the best of 3 for KT Rolster. They take it down